Once you know your audience, know your space, and have chosen a recipe, now comes the most exciting part of the process, preparing for your event. Here are some basic guidelines to follow as you gear up for your food demo or nutrition lesson. Think about what you need: a cutting board, a bowl, or maybe some measuring spoons. Make sure to visualize each step of the recipe and assemble all the tools you'll need to make the recipe on the day of outreach. In a food demo, remember that participants will receive a small, bite-sized tasting of the prepared dish, not a full serving or meal. In a nutrition lesson, the amount that participants receive will vary depending on the circumstances and the recipe. That being said, it is generally better to have slightly more of a recipe than not enough. You can prepare accordingly by doing your homework on how many participants you are expecting, how many servings are in your recipe, and how big your portion sizes will be. It is also highly encouraged to prepare as much of the recipe as you can ahead of time if your lesson doesn't directly involve the participants in the cooking process. For example, cut and chop fresh vegetables, cook grains such as brown rice, and assemble snacks such as trail mix. This way, it'll be easier and faster to portion out the recipe for taste testing so that your participants can immediately engage with you and the food. Preparing your recipe beforehand saves time and, depending on your space, can either be done at the facility or at your home. At the event, bring whole versions of produce or food packages to show what is being used in the recipe. This could include bringing the package of pasta you cooked so that participants can have a visual of what the product looks like. Also, remember to use proper food, sanitation, and knife safety while preparing and executing your event. If your space does not have a refrigerator, make sure to bring a cooler and ice pack so that the cold foods are kept cold. The food bank can also provide you a thermometer to make sure you are out of the danger zone temperature range to reduce the risk of foodborne illness. Also, remember to use the plastic food service gloves provided by the food bank at any food demonstration. Nutrition lessons with access to running water and soap do not require you to wear food preparation gloves. But washing your hands is still required under both conditions when handling food. Feel free to review handouts and videos beforehand if you need a refresher on any food safety practices. One last piece of advice is to make sure you have your leave-behinds printed. These may include copies of your recipes, handouts, and activities that can be printed at the food bank. If you feel you need any other assistance before, during, or after your presentation, please contact the food bank staff and we would be more than happy to help you. Thank you for partnering with the Food Bank of Santa Barbara County.